Good morning, Zio here, and today we're going to be talking about PlayStation, Sony, Sony PlayStation. They're the same company. Well, okay, you know what? Just grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? Anyway, good morning. How are you? All right. Um, yeah, this is what we're talking about. Sony, of course, we've recently talked about raising their prices with the PlayStation 5 and all that good stuff, they're citing things like supply chain, COVID's, pandemic, that sort of thing, and that's why you can't really find a PlayStation 5 out in the wild, or it's really really hard to find a PlayStation 5. And I think it's like the only system I actually have never actually seen out in the wild, but I have seen the other two. Meanwhile, of course, Nintendo and Microsoft are not raising the prices of their consoles or anything else like that, but Sony has apparently had a very horrible recent quarter, or last quarter, whatever it is, when it came to sales and other stuff, and they need to pump up those numbers, right? So they have decided to join the mobile game market with a mobile gaming division. Yes. As much as I hate to say it, it really does feel like the future of gaming is mobile. I'm not a fan of that. And it'd be really, really great if they could actually set. You know what? Never mind. Anyway, point is, I'm not really a huge fan of it, but it does feel like the future of gaming is kind of going in that direction. You've got Call of Duty Mobile, which is much better to play, by the way, on PC than it is on your actual phone. But anyway, that and Diablo Immortals, which of course is two things that they cite in this article itself, because the success of both those things, and as much as I'm not a huge fan of Diablo Immortal either, you know, on one hand, Blizzard, the way they set it up was ingenious, very predatory all at the same time. So it is what it is when it comes to that. As much as I really dislike it, but Sony is now getting itself into the mobile division. They apparently have recently acquired Helsinki and Berlin-based mobile game developer Savage Games Studio. And if you are sitting there thinking to yourself, Savage Game Studios, I have heard that name before, I know exactly what they do, you're lying to yourself. I mean, heck, I probably did the same thing. They haven't done anything. Sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. Anyway, no, but Savage Game Studios has actually done nothing. They really haven't. I mean, this is their page. You go to it. This is what they've got, and they got their locations. Join Savage. They got a little marketing spiel. This is their culture. Get it done. Players first. Everyone plays. Blah blah blah. And then the join the Savage community kind of thing. As for actually making any games, they haven't actually made anything yet. Not at all. However, apparently its co-founders have had a hand in Clash of Clans and Angry Birds somehow in some way. But yeah, that's about all they have going for them when it comes to Savage here. So they're taking a chance. They want to get into the mobile market. It looks like they're taking a chance on a studio that hasn't even done anything to prove itself yet, which is what it is. What it is. They could do very well. I don't really know much about them. I don't know much about the people that they've employed, but that is exactly what they're going to do. But yeah, apparently Sony really, really needs to get a foothold into the mobile market, as they have not been doing so well. When it comes to the console wars, who wins, Microsoft or Sony, or Xbox versus PlayStation, as of right now, Sony is not doing hot. They really aren't. And I've said it over and over again on various things. Sony has its things, right? They've got their first party titles, and you can like them, you don't like them, whatever. They tend to have some exclusivity rights on certain things. where they wind up with it and then it moves to PC in a year or something like that, or moves to the rest of the world in about a year. Like Final Fantasy Reborn is one of those things where they typically have it there first, then everybody else will get it in about a year or something. But, I guess that could also go under the whole exclusives category for a hot second. But yeah, I mean, that's all they've really got going for them, right? They've got the exclusivities and not a whole lot. They've got PlayStation Plus, right? They've got that whole thing and there are different layers of it, and it's not that great of a service. I mean, let's be real. Xbox's Game Pass is a heck of a lot more bang for your buck than anything that Sony is currently doing right now, and they are obliterating them. But yeah, Sony has said that Savage Game Studios is also working on an unannounced new AAA mobile live service action game, end quote. Or maybe I should have quoted. I'm sorry. Let me do this again. Sony said that Savage Game Studios is, quote, is working on a, quote, unannounced new AAA mobile live service action game, in quote. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. We want a live service action AAA title on the cell phone. Yeah, right now it's to the point where cell phones, you got to pick and choose one or two games, and that's all you're going to have because it takes up so much memory. Meanwhile, any phone pictures and stuff that you take and save have to immediately go to external because there's no room on the device itself anymore. But anyway, a AAA game, of course, is informational and just classified, blah, blah, blah. Don't care about all that. Do we really need that in there? We know what a AAA game is. I mean, heck, they were trying to coin the term quadruple A at some point, like it meant anything different. And it's like a AAA is already, a successful cinematic, whatever, amazing type thing. You can't really go beyond that and go quadruple A. I'm sorry. Unless you're going to plug me into the metaverse or something somehow and then call those all quadruple A. Don't see anything going beyond that, but whatever. Anyway, what do you think about all this? How about God of War Mobile Edition? That sounds fun. So help me if that actually was done and I just forgot about it or something. Anyway. So yeah, they're hoping to catch the success of things like Call of Duty mobile, Diablo Immortals mobile, other things like Genshin Impact and stuff are actually incredibly successful. And I have to say that game is actually kind of fun. Now, minus the gotcha crap that is stuck in there, I kind of enjoyed that game. I played it on my PC, not really on my phone that much because I can't do phone controls. I'm sorry. My thumbs just do not fit properly, and I've got tiny thumbs. So it just doesn't work when my thumb is taking up part of my screen's real estate. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the mobile market, of course, is overcrowded, blah, blah, blah. That's fine, but it is Sony. So if Sony does come out with a banger, it's going to do something, even if it is like, God of War Online Mobile or something, where they've done this whole fantasy God of War thingy and stuff like that. It probably might be a financial success. I don't know. Sony hasn't been doing so hot lately, and they do need to do something and step it up because, with the lack of sales for the PS5, the fact that they can't produce enough PS5s to even get sales going, the fact that Microsoft is just kicking it out of the bucket, like, for the past several years with their acquisitions of things like Activision Blizzard and Bethesda, and various other studios. They've got Obsidian under their belt, Bethesda, and just having those two, meaning they have access to, say, the Fallout franchise, Obsidian, in the mix, is just, I don't know what else to say about that. Microsoft's been just destroying it, in my opinion. This is coming from somebody who's had PlayStation for the longest time until this generation. So, I've had it since the PS1 all the way up. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Sony's entering the mobile market. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, what you think about that, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.